Hello there, my lovely Scorpios. Welcome to my channel, Watertrinetarot Tarot. My name is Estelle, and I'm going to be doing a June reading for you for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If you don't know those placements, look online, for sure you'll find it. You just need your date of birth, time of birth, and location of birth, and you'll be able to find all those. If you don't have the time of your birth, you could still find out, well, obviously your sign, that's easy to find out, but you could still find out your moon placement, maybe your Venus placement, that might help as well. But this reading is specifically for Sun, Moon, and Rising. I don't know why I said that, because I didn't do that in any of my other videos, but I'm going with the flow, so maybe one of you needed to hear that. All right, so let's get right into it. For June, the angel guidance card you received was Opportunity to Forgive. Hopefully that's in focus for you. So, Scorpio, this situation brings you the opportunity to heal, grow, and release negative patterns. Hold the intention of seeing the other person's inner divine light and goodness. We will help you release unforgiving thoughts, feelings, and energies and lift you to a higher place of peace and compassion. That's beautiful. So maybe something happened, someone wronged you, and you need help seeing the good in this person, the light in this person. Your angels are saying that they can help you with this. They can help you release unforgiving thoughts, feelings, and energies. And I know quite a few Scorpios, or people with Scorpio placements in those three major aspects, and I know that they do sometimes have this energy of vengefulness, this energy of being unforgiving, because they're so very loyal that it's like they don't understand when people are not, or when people do things that hurt them. But they can also have a tendency to take things personally that were not necessarily meant to be personal. That's why I think healing, growing, and releasing negative patterns also is very, very pertinent in this card and what it's saying. I do think that Scorpio can work on forgiving a little bit more. Okay, so moving on from that, let's get right into this. Your overall energy for the month of June is the Knight of Pentacles, which is a really nice energy. But it also, basically the Knight of Pentacles, he's very cautious. He moves forward slowly, but he's very thorough, thoughtful, hardworking. He focuses on work a lot, might be a little all work, no play at times. But he's definitely loyal and trustworthy, and he keeps on keeping on. He is very cautious though, which I do find that Scorpios tend to be quite cautious, especially when they're getting involved with people, you know, they have this very cautious energy about them, you know. So, but they're very stable, but this is a very stable and grounded energy as well. So that's good. Okay, so how you see yourself right now is the Nine of Cups reversed. So you kind of seeing yourself as like letting go of these dreams and wishes that you've previously had because they're unrealistic to you. There can be some delays in your dreams and wishes, but yeah, you've realized that maybe some of your expectations are a little bit unrealistic, and it's kind of like a draining state. But I see that you're working hard towards something, and it might be this wish, this dream, But you're kind of choosing to, you're seeing yourself like maybe letting it go because you want to be grounded and realistic. And you're being cautious. So, what you want, though, is the Knight of Swords reversed. There's 2 knights here. The Knight of Swords reversed, he really wants to get his opinion across. He really wants to get his opinion, his point of view across. But sometimes he can come off a little hostile because he's so dedicated to it. So you really want to express yourself, to defend a point. But you have to remember that you need to remain objective. Being objective is not really a Scorpio strong suit, I find. So just be careful that you're not like beating someone over the head with your opinion or your point of view and not allowing space for someone else's point of view, or not getting frustrated if someone doesn't agree with your point of view. You can still defend your point of view because I'm sure it's a very valid one. Just be careful on how you're expressing it. Now, what is your fear? Your fear is the 3 of Wands reversed. Excuse me. So you're fearing like setbacks and temporary blocks in your progress. You're fearing that this won't move forward, this opportunity you have. You might feel like you've been wasting your efforts. Almost like you've been handed a raw deal. And maybe that's why you need to forgive. Yeah. But what's working for you is you're not investing in this raw deal anymore. You're like, nah, it's over. I'm not doing that. Sorry. There was like attitude in my card take. But you realize that maybe in the past you didn't plan properly for things. You weren't being careful enough in your planning. Hence why your energy now is to be very cautious and to move forward slowly in order to gain more of a solid foundation in what it is that you do want. And what's working against you is the Tower. So the Tower is tearing something down to rebuild it anew. So maybe you've been resisting tearing something down. And that's what your harsh opinions are about, maybe. But yet you know that some of your dreams and wishes were being unrealistic. So you might be in like a negative energy, like a vengeful energy. But you need to let this crumble down to make way for what's new. And what's new is the resolution of a situation. There's a resolution, there's, new clarity. You're viewing this from a different point of view. Maybe because you decided to forgive the situation. The raw deal you were dealt, the bad hand that you feel you got, when you gain clarity that the only thing you can really do about it is to forgive in order to resolve the situation. This doesn't mean you need to go back into the situation or get back with the person or get back in the partnership that you feel you were dealt a bad hand with. But seeing it from a higher perspective and transforming the way you are going about this, it really resolves the situation. So I'm really happy to see that in June there is like, the situation will be resolved. And I feel it's because of this energy where you're focused, you're hardworking, you're being cautious, you're moving forward. But all in all, it's definitely because you're choosing to forgive as well. When you choose to forgive, to rise above something, to really see it from a point of view, from a different perspective, and you don't get too caught up on your own vengeful energy, or on your own sticking to your opinion so much. Sorry, I shook the camera. Because, you know, Scorpio can have a tendency to get caught in that kind of behavior sometimes. But it's only because you're so loyal and you have so much to give that it's like when you feel you're not getting it back, when you feel you're at the raw end of this deal, you can't handle it. You can't handle any sort of betrayal, I feel. But the good thing is you're not going to invest more of your time, energy into this. You're going to let what needs to crumble down so that you can rebuild, so that you can resolve this and move on, see it from a better perspective. And in this card, there's also roses and butterflies. So I'm thinking this really pertains to a relationship, a love relationship, that you feel you got the raw deal in, but choosing to forgive, to rise above, to gain clarity, to transform potentially even the situation. You might transform it by your forgiving attitude. You might transform it by resolving the issue because you gain a new clarity on maybe this person's perspective. And you're letting go of what wasn't working. You're really letting go, letting it crumble. Or maybe you're being forced to. There's like an upheaval in your life that's forcing you to let it crumble so that you can rebuild. You can rebuild with someone new. You can rebuild with the same person. But keep moving forward in this beautiful energy of still being cautious, working very hard, really being loyal and disciplined, trustworthy. Keep on keeping on is what I'm seeing. And this new clarity will come to you. And it will transform your outlook. It will really bring a new, fresh perspective because you're going to let the old crumble. Because you're realizing that it wasn't built on something solid. So what are you going to do? Continue building on top of it? It's just going to topple to the ground. And I think you're really learning that this energy of fighting tooth and nail for your opinion to be heard, almost to a point where you're getting really upset and hostile about it, is not working for you. It's not giving anything good for you at this point. Okay, so I also pulled a love journey card for you, and we got card 64, which is Sensual Awakening. I'm going to read it to you from the book, and there's a little poem at the end which I will also read to you, and this will wrap up the reading. Sensual Awakening. Within the sacred temple of your body, your soul experiences the vast buffet of life made manifest. Your sensuality is a way for your soul to express appreciation, pleasure, and joy. Your sensuality is much like your creative energy. It needs to be expressed regularly, otherwise it can become muffled under a fuzz of too much thinking. You are being called to experience your sensual nature again. You are beautiful and vivid, striking and appealing. Yes, you are, Scorpio. Don't doubt it. Scorpio, you're definitely appealing. Striking as well. Allow your sensual appreciation for yourself and others to flow and enjoy this unique experience of being a soul awakening in a body awakening. It's all love. This oracle brings you guidance that your sensual nature needs to play, and it doesn't require an external lover to do so, though that is one way, of course. It can be expressed through massage, creating art, spending time in nature, swimming, dancing mindfully, feeling the sun or air on your skin, drinking aromatic tea, or taking a bath. Play with what feels good for you and enjoy the indulgence. It will bring you renewed energy. And apart from that, it's fun. Okay, so I'm going to read the little poem now. I dare not touch my heart's desire that sings a melody so still and lights within a yearning fire, a void that you alone can fill. I cannot say how my heart aches, nor speak the words as ember burns. Such blessing comes to those who wait, a love that asks not in return. An open soul a risk must bear, to love without restrictions held, to reach another level rare, where two embraced as one are meld. To taste surrender's nectar by piercing through the veil so thin, and bathe in joy as tears release, a promised dance begins again. So, my dear Scorpio, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope there was a message in here for you. Pretty sure that's the case if you were drawn to this video. On that note, I do hope you have a wonderful June, and I will talk to you soon. Goodbye.